It's the Mastermind series, episode 1. I want to give everybody a shout of applause real quick. Now I'm live on TikTok. I'm gonna give everybody an applause for joining us today. Let's go. Let's make sure we have this everything together. Laughter, applause, lockdown. All right. Applause was a little low. Let's get that up there. All right. Thank y'all for joining me live. I appreciate each and every one of you. Tonight, I'm going to go into my mastermind series. So I unloosened my tie. We're going to get right into it. You talk about masterminding and talk about the folks that's giving up. We got some folks out there that was reaching out to me. They said, "Hey, Taibu, I'm about to give up, so I need your coaching program." And I said, "Okay, all right, let's talk about it." And the more I listened to the person, it wasn't even about my book and the winning strategies for them because they had got the book. It was the fact that they couldn't put it all together. So I had to do the mastermind series. I mean, I do relationship podcasting, but I had to do the mastermind series to build my subscriptions over here and over here on YouTube. I'm only going to give folks that want to invest in themselves and support my platform that real funk. So no Facebook tonight, no Instagram tonight. What's going on TikTok? The mastermind series is for you to get your subscription. So the next couple of weeks, I can help you become that strategic thinker that you've been trying to be. Don't give up. This time, become a mastermind with Taibu Mu'addib. Let's lock that in. So tonight, I'm going to go straight into really what got me to become a mastermind type individual. How did I stop losing and start winning before I wrote the book, Coach Taibu's Winning Strategies? How did that happen? You want to know how it developed, because then you can kind of attach that to how you've been developing. Many of you don't even know that you are developing into a mastermind. You just took the challenges as defeats and you stopped, you quit. I don't want that. I don't want that. I've helped over 2,000 individuals build their body and build their mentality up since I got in the business in 2010. Read the books, read the social justice books, understand where the mastermind's coming from. If you want to be a subscriber on my platform, what I'm going to give you is the real deal starting tonight. All right. So I thank you again. If you look at the words together, master and mind, okay? Mastery is something that Eric Thomas talks about all the time, mastering something, because that's the only way for you to become valuable to the community. People will pay a master for what? To learn martial arts, to build their home, a master carpenter, master electrician. You can put master in front of anything, and that person is worth their weight in gold because people trust what they're going to get when they rock with the individual. So as a master motivator, I had to backpedal a little bit and make this more palatable for you. For the $2 or $4, whatever you choose to invest into the subscription, what you're going to get is access to me in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to coach you for that little bit of money. This is real coaching. I want you on my program. It's a little bit more involved. It costs a little bit more money, but for the price of your subscription, you can rock with me the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to help you understand what a mastermind truly is and how you've been becoming one your whole life. You just didn't know it till now. So the very first inclination of becoming a mastermind is rebellion. Who knew that? Which of y'all knew that? The first indication that you are going to become a mastermind is when you rebel. No, kids, I don't mean talk back to your parents. I don't mean talk back to your teachers, all right? I'm not talking about that, all right? I'm talking about a real rebellion where you like, okay, I'm not going for this no more. I'm about to do a couple different things differently. I'm about to set this thing up and make a move. It's a rebellion. So I have a child, and my child is a mastermind. He's already a mastermind. He's been a mastermind for years, right? So I knew that he had mastermind in him when his teacher told me that my son had started a Google document in the classroom on the class little computers to cyberbully someone in the classroom. Now, I'm not saying bullying is right. Maybe the kid picked with him and this was going to get him back. But my son started a whole Google document and shared with the kids in the class to ride on somebody in the class as well. Let me tell you something. That's rebellion. That's the first sign of a mastermind. When you hear that sound, write it down. All right. Sorry about that. That's a mastermind. Okay. So I knew I was always very rebellious. In my mind, I'm always plotting against the structure, the establishment, the household. My mom and dad, for the most part, were decent folks. They didn't know much. They weren't very mature, but they tried their best to be good people and be good to us. I'll say that at the outset, right? And they raised us to be independent, strong, Afrocentric type of kids. We didn't take no mess from Europeans. We didn't go to school on Dr. King Day before they even recognized it. My mom wouldn't let us go to school at all on Dr. King's birthday. So there was things that, so we were trained little masterminds. We were trained to rebel against the established order of things. The second key to being a mastermind, I'm telling you something, get the subscription, subscribe on TikTok and YouTube. You definitely see on YouTube. You definitely help me build that platform because that's what I'm going to give y'all the most funk, right? Become a YouTube subscriber, win with Taibu. It's going to be dope. But here on TikTok, during the week when I go TikTok live and I bring you in and we talk about how you're developing to a mastermind, I'm going to coach you individually. You get your subscription tonight. I'm going to coach you on how you're developing into a mastermind. I'm going to bring the mastermind out of you during this 3-week series. So if you don't have your subscription by the time that time is up, when I go to phase 2, right, the implementation of what we discussed, of how we're discussing it, right? I'm telling you right now, you just don't want to miss this opportunity. Many of you are just going to go flawlessly right into my coaching program, the first step coaching program. Many of you are going to win with Taibu on a different level, but I'm still going to coach you if you get this series. And because it's subscriber only, it will only be available on TikTok for my subscribers. So if you're a regular person that watches me on TikTok, until you subscribe, you won't have access to it once I hang this phone up, once this live is over. Get this mastermind teaching. Many of you are developing into a mastermind. You just don't know. Okay, so the first indication was rebellion. The second indication that you have a mastermind is when you're thinking bigger than your peer group. If every chick around you, young ladies, if every chick around you is talking about who they want to get with, wanting to have his baby, and you like, nah, that's not me. Fellas, if all the guys are trying to run around and steal and fight and play video games all day long, you're like, nah, that's not for. If your vision at whatever age you start to have a larger vision than your peer group, that's the sign that you're becoming a mastermind. And what's indicative of that is that your soul is telling you, listen to yourself, listen to that voice in your head. It just doesn't fit anymore. It doesn't fit you. It doesn't fit you. It's not going to work for us. So when you know that you can no longer live amongst these individuals on the same level, coming to visit people once you're wealthy is a big deal. It is. I'll tell you, I know. Going back home to visit your family wealthy, going back to the high school you went to wealthy, going back to the college you went to wealthy, going around people that you used to work with when you're wealthy is a big deal. So if you have a larger vision right now, it means you're developing into a mastermind. If the people you're hanging around, you're starting to listen to them talk. Y'all could be getting drunk and playing spades or dominoes one night, and you listening to them talk, and all of a sudden you have this real superhero-esque thought process, like, man, what am I doing here? I don't fit here anymore. You're becoming a mastermind. You've had enough. All right. Tonight, I'm not going to go too far into it tonight, but the third and final indication, no matter what you've been through, first was rebellion, second was larger vision, then your peer group, The third indication is belief. Once you had that thought, you stood up, you stuck your chest out for it. It could have been 10 seconds. You could have been in the mirror and had a moment of clarity. You believed in that moment that it was for you. When you hear that sound, write it down. It's Taibu Mu'addib right here, winning strategy coach, Arlington, Texas. Make sure that you dive in. I got my Cash App up over here. $ Coach Taibu. You make sure that you're supporting this platform. I want to give it to you. I don't want you to go another day thinking about giving up, because this time you can become a mastermind. All right. I want you to realize that life is a stress test. If you look at certain metals, I did sheet metal. I did sheet metal as a pre-apprentice for 4 years, and I did CNC operate for a number of years. Metal has to go through a stress test before they can put it on buildings, before they can put them bars out on them trucks and send them out to build the next grocery store or a nightclub. Metal has to go through what's called a stress test before it can be put out there and used in structures that are supposed to stand for decades. Withstand hurricanes, withstand fires, withstand the metal that's in every place that you go. That metal has been stress tested. That's what life is doing to all of you masterminds out there right now. You just don't realize it. When I wrote the book, Coach Taibu's Winning Strategies, and put it on Amazon, please go get that book tonight. Get your subscription on TikTok and YouTube and get that book tonight. When I wrote that book, I didn't realize until after I put out the second book, The Gamble of Greatness. Oh, rebrand. We winning now. Win with Taibu. You have to. And let me tell you why. It's not because everybody loves a winner. Everybody loves winner. Everybody wants, I'm winning. It's because after you survived, after you came out of that stress test better, or at least not broken, even if you was broken, something inside you grew. So after that stress test, you deserve to win. And that's been the most satisfying thing for me. I've dealt with disgruntled family members that say they want to kill me over nonsense, their nonsense, not mine. I've been real. I've been Me Too'd. I've had all kinds of attacks and stress tests. My kids acting up. They don't want to act right. The baby mamas don't want to act right. They want to attack me. The child support want to attack my finances. People want to attack the trickster wants to attack my body and my health. I get all these stress tests. I got, I'm doing automotive industry. I'm selling, new and used cars now. And I was working for a company where almost every manager tried to find a way to take money out of my pocket and put it in theirs or someone that they liked better at that dealership. So I went through a lot of stress tests. So I know I deserve to win. And you do too. And you do as well. You deserve to win. So if you are thinking strategically, you're lining every person up that comes at you. You're lining that person up, and you're going to make sure that person helps you elevate. Because all those people that were trying to come to me, that were part of life stress tests, after the fact, I was better, I was stronger, I was wiser, I was more prepared for the next test to win. And you can maintain that you're winning already right now But when you click this show off, when I end this podcast tonight, you know you're going to crawl into your bed and you're going to be still hearing me say rebellion, larger vision than my peer group, and belief. I'll supply the motivation as your coach. I'll supply the roadmap for you as your coach. You join my online coaching program, you won't have to worry about what to do next. And that's what's important. And that's what's important. That's what my coach taught me. He said, Taibu, you have to get out there. He won't leave me alone because he knows I can help some people. Many of you are being coached online and trained online with people you'll never meet. I met my coach and mentor in Houston. We sat down and we talked about it. And we did a video. I'll repost that and repurpose it. But he told me on the video, he said Taibu's going to be bigger than I am. He's going to pull me in to do something. And he's never let me live that down. He said, once I spoke that over you, I'm going to ride you and sweat you and get on you until you start giving the people what they need. Until you start giving the people so much value, they're going to have to rock with you. So I'm starting tonight. The mastermind series will continue. Those were 3 elements for you to know. I have some more stuff to tell you. And look, this mastermind series isn't the kind of coaching I do one-on-one when you're on my program. As a group, when I'm doing coaching sessions, it's way more involved. I want you to know right now, this is surface level talk to you. This is just to wake you up, to snap you out of whatever you've been zombieing through, all the excuses that you've been making. For those of you who are ready to give up, don't give up. This isn't the time. This isn't the time. Right now, I'm talking to you about your stress test, and you're still here. You're still standing. That means it's time for you to win. When you hear that sound, make sure you write it down. I hope y'all taking notes. Don't waste your free minute. Don't waste your free minute. Come on over here. Don't waste your free. This is subscriber only level talk. I should have 100 subscribers when I get done with this because like 200 people listen to me every time I go live. Half of y'all should jump in there and get that subscription. You've been putting money and wasting money on Netflix and you know what I'm saying, Amazon Prime and the Dollar Tree for a couple bucks. Just this month, I said a 3-week series. I'm gonna line you up with this mastermind thinking. I want you to get the book, Coach Taibu's Winning Strategies. You need to have that book. You really need both of them because once you finish that book, you're going to want the Gamble of Greatness right next to you to dive right into that. Both by themselves are they're great reads, but I'm a linear thinker, so I did it in line for you, just like I wrote my social justice books. I lined them up for you and built you up so you are ready to eat more solid food. I want to make sure that I make this clear. When you overcome today's obstacles, tomorrow will feel like paradise. Take it from somebody that knows. All right. Coach Taibu right here, man. Make sure you reach out to me. I want to take care of you. Inbox me, DM me. Call the hospitality hotline or text it 682-514-5955 for immediate assistance. Don't give up this time. For those of you out there right now, and I have to say this because it's important. For those of you that have been dealing with, domestic violence or sexual assaults, I have a special announcement for you. I am this year seeking to build my business up to the point where I can actually get the Guard Me Gear security tech wearable out there into production. Get the prototype made and get it into production. So by the year's end, you will all be safer. All right. I can give that back to you. I can make you safer. All right. For those of you who are depressed, really down and considering ending your life, considering self-harm, considering suicide, I know you're out there. I know you're listening. This is not the time. That whole stress test and however low you feel is because you're a mastermind. And the trickster, I call the devil the trickster because that's all he's really doing. The trickster wants you to believe that you should end it all. That would be better. It would be better for him because if you become the mastermind God intended for you to be, you're going to smack down his kingdom. You're going to smack the trickster's kingdom all the way down. Be less folks getting tricked when you become a mastermind. So remember that the trickster's coming after you. You're going to have more stresses when God has given you more mastermind qualities and technology and capabilities. I guarantee you. Take it from somebody that knows. 3 decades in the darkness. Now I'm in the light. I'm going to make sure I bring all of you into the light with Taibu Mu'addib right here. Remember, the Hospitality hotline is 682-514-5955. Text it, inbox me, DM me, get your subscriptions. You don't want to miss the rest of this training. For tonight, I'll say it one more time. When you overcome today's obstacles, tomorrow will truly feel like paradise. That's my time, everybody. Let's go. You don't want to miss out. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube and TikTok, Win with Taibu. Let's go.